Welcome back. So I want to talk a little bit more about DNA today. So Ancestry, they haven't always had this since they had DNA, but they created something called ThruLines. ThruLines are amazing, but they really only work if you have a tree and hopefully the other person who's done their DNA also has a tree. But when it works, it's amazing. So if you open your tree, do you see these blue dots here and then a DNA swirl and then these blue dots? These were telling me that I have matches, DNA matches with people who have the same relatives. Clearly, this grandfather, I don't even know what relationship he is to me, third, fourth great grandfather. Clearly, he did not take his DNA, but someone who's related to him took his DNA. So in order to turn these on your tree, see this right here, this DNA helix? It's on the left side, click it. And this menu opens up on the right side. And you can choose what you want on. So I want my ThruLines on, possible DNA matches, and connected DNA matches. That means we are connected by DNA. So I'm going to close this out. I'm going to move me back over here. So I am going to choose, let's see. So this is my great grandfather. So I'm going to click him. Now, when I open up his little index card, one click opens up his little index card. From here, you get to choose. You could do a quick edit, search, profile, go to the profile, things like that. You go straight to hints, or right down here, it says ThruLines. So I'm going to drop this menu down. And it suggests that you may be related to one or more DNA matches through Joseph Rope. So I'm going to view ThruLines for Joseph Rope. We all know he did not take his DNA, but his family members, my other family members have. Okay, so here we go. So Joseph Rope had 3 children. Louise Rope, this is my second great aunt. If I look here, there's 2 DNA matches. And here's her tree, okay? So if they're solid lines like this, do you see this? Versus this is a dotted line. This means I have these people in my tree. This right here, these dotted lines are suggested. So this guy here, I don't know his name, but he goes out by Fallout Zombie 83. We are DNA connected. Now this is private because this is one of his parents and they are still alive, okay? This one here is his great-grandparent or his grandparent. They have passed away because all of their information here is, but it's in dotted lines. That means it's on his tree. He has them listed under people in my tree. I should look at it, and that's where I can expand my tree. But through my third great grandfather, right here, because we both have our trees up, I can see how I am related to this guy. Now, if I go over to right here, this is my third great grandfather's, his son's son, Gerald Rope, who took his DNA test, who is still alive. And this is how we're related. And I can go up the tree. I have all these people in my tree. I don't think I have him. So then Minnie Rope, who is my second great grandmother, which is the daughter of Joseph Rope, we have 11 matches. Okay, so she had 2 daughters, Ruth Viola Castle and Ethel May Castle. Ethel May is my great grandmother. We're going to look at her sister first. So her sister tested, and I have, right here, I have these 2 ladies in my tree. I have Leona Shank in my tree, and then her son. But right here, it's Dorothy Shank. That's Leona's sister. I don't have her in my tree, but I can see someone I'm related to put her in the tree. So now I know this is probably the person. I'm going to check all the information, make sure it's correct. And then I can add it to my tree because we are definitely related, Wayne Root, through DNA. And Josh Beach, I'm related to through DNA, but it looks like he and I have the same exact tree and the same exact information. So I'm going to go back over to my great-grandmother here. There's 9 DNA matches. So let's click this. So she had my Aunt Mary right here, 2 DNA matches through my Aunt Mary. This is my Uncle Reuben. And I am so sorry. That's my cousin Reuben. She married a Reuben. So this is Reuben Jr. I have 2 DNA matches. This is my grandfather. So this is my mother and my uncle. And then I can move this over here. And this is my Uncle Art. My cousin Tina took her DNA. And there she is. And then I have 4 DNA matches through my Aunt Lena. So my Aunt Lena had these children. This is my cousin, Patricia, Pat. Then there's Cameron, and then 2 DNAs through her. So this is probably seems like a whole lot of information. You can connect to ThruLines through your tree. Remember, I showed you on the tree, you can look at all these dots and you can click whoever you want. So this is Phoebe Bover. I can go to her ThruLines and sift through hers. It's the same family line, the Ropes, okay? But there's another way. You can go up here, click DNA, a drop-down menu comes up, and you click ThruLines. And you can scroll down through your tree. These are all people I have ThruLines for. Okay, so also this is a great way to see where you need work. Look at this amazing picture I have of my 3rd great grandmother. But you scroll down through here. Oh, well, look, I did not have this person in my tree. This is 4th great grandparents. I have no pictures. It shows me that I don't have pictures. This is clearly area where I need to work. But there's this woman that I did not have in my tree, but I have a DNA match to someone who has her in their tree. And it goes all the way down. And this is my grandmother and her father. So this is my 4th great grandmother. That's someone who I'm related to by DNA put this in their tree. So I need to evaluate this person and find out if we're related because it looks like I can add someone new to my tree. DNA, a lot of times people are a little nervous on how to explore it, but there's so much great information in here. So many ways to make connections. And if you have any questions, please ask me because I can tell you through DNA, my tree has exploded in so many different ways, not just through my deceased ancestors, but living. I've met cousins because of DNA. And it is so amazing to meet someone that you're related to. You share the same family. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'll gladly answer them.